How do we improve running economy and reduce injury risk? I'm so glad you asked. And I'm always glad when I can give advice that's just one thing to focus on, but addresses multiple areas of technique or mechanics. All right, let's get started. Why adjusting cadence works. Generally speaking, cadence below 170 steps per minute tends to lead to overstriding. Contacting the ground at load or when the full force of your body weight begins to bear in front of your center of gravity causes a braking motion or effect, and thus adds excessive forces on your musculoskeletal system. So joints, muscles, connective tissues, bones, cartilage, stuff like that. Often lower stride rates correlate to more time spent in the air and adding to those forces that we talked about at impact. The use of cadence was popularized in the 80s by Jack Daniels. Not that Jack Daniels. This guy. Famous for his book, Jack Daniels' Running Formula. I had the good fortune to meet Mr. Daniels a few years back at a coaching conference where he generously gave me 45 minutes of his time, even though I think he was only supposed to give me 15 minutes. Thank you, Jack. We talked at length about cadence and his belief that the ideal cadence was at least 180 steps per minute. Now, there is consensus that running with a lower cadence can lead to the things we just talked about. But there is a debate about whether cadence should remain the same or fluctuate. Links to articles discussing this will be provided below. That said, my take is that 180 steps per minute is a fantastic goal to start and will absolutely improve your running economy, reduce the risk of injury once you begin to adapt to it. Economy improves from the lighter, quicker steps you'll take with a faster cadence. In fact, I should probably say that's the goal. And then your stride length will naturally improve over time as you get gains in fitness. Younger folks can feel free to jump right in at the 180, make that the goal from the start, while increasing by 5% every few weeks is safe for everybody else. You'll need to shorten your stride to accommodate the new cadence. Most will experience an increase in cardio demand when you begin, but that will subside, and it's way better than the downsides from those increased impact forces. Now, once you've adapted to a higher cadence, this is my take on varying cadence. Look, when I'm coaching my high school kids, when we're doing a recovery jog because we're doing faster, repeats or something like that, I don't watch their cadence. That's not what we're talking about. A little 200 meters, 400 meters at low cadence, that's not where you're gonna get injured and you're just trying to recover. So I don't worry about it there. That said, most of your aerobic running, which is a lot of what we do when we're training, athletes that are trying to be competitive, and if you're just training for a 5K, a marathon, whatever, a lot of your running is gonna be at that pace. 180 is a good and safe choice for that. Now, for faster work and racing, of course, marginal, gains in cadence are totally fine and natural. And you'll see in some of the articles, that's kind of where people, go with the conversation when they're debating, 180. All right, let's review. What do I want you to take away from today? Low cadence leads to overstriding and the increase in those ground impact forces that we talked about, and that's bad. 180 is a good goal to start and good for most aerobic running. As your fitness and training improve at different speeds, some variation in cadence is totally fine after you've gone through the trouble of adapting to a higher cadence in, the majority of your aerobic runs. Now get out there and run with a reduced risk of injury and mechanics that are a little bit more efficient. All right, thank you for watching. Like I said, I'm going to put some links below if you want to look deeper into any of these topics. Please feel free to leave comments in the chat. I'm just getting into this and I'm definitely open to suggestions. All right, thanks again.